What are you doing?
Does it look weird? Inverted.
Yes,
Yes,
do
I
it
like
the
it.
other
Do
way.
it normal. Okay, thank you.
And now...
Alright, it's been a little bit, but we're back.
Yep.
Hello.
Episode 9.
We've done this for like 30 weeks and done maybe 9 episodes.
I know.
So we're not on.
Dude, we
we're
literally
not
started.
doing well.
We started like after the banquet, right?
I think so.
It was like in
Or was it?
February.
I don't know.
February. It's not February anymore. So we've
An episode
Yeah.
a week, right?
We have 9 episodes, and it's been like how many more?
Well, you know what? Now we have more time, so we're gonna try to get more consistent.
Kyle's not actually that white.
Well, no, I'm not. It's just you.
Kyle looks like
because I lean forward.
Kyle
and I
looks
look normal.
extremely
and then I'm in the
reflective.
sun, and
This
I
area.
literally look like Casper. But Casper is a cool guy, so
Yeah.
I like him. He's
My cups look reflective too.
It is.
Okay.
I'm just gonna change my. All right. Well,
So,
okay.
Kyle, why don't you?
Let's
You
get
start-
started.
you started
Okay,
off,
so a lot of stuff's been going down recently. We have the Corona, which has kind of been a while, but we're gonna start with the more recent thing, which has seemed to sweep everything under the rug, which is the whole George Floyd situation. So
Just speak louder.
if you somehow live under a rock and haven't heard about this, basically what happened is in Minneapolis there was a guy who was suspected of using like fake money at Walmart, pretty much like forged money. So the cops saw this guy. Apparently he matched the description of the guy who was using the money at this Walmart or whatever. So they arrested him. Somehow the video starts about like towards the end of it, but somehow it leads to the guy being like handcuffed. The suspect, he was like handcuffed like on his ground, and the cop has like his foot on the guy's neck, and the guy's saying like I can't breathe. And then later on the guy, I believe he dies there, but then eventually the only statement that the police actually really.
I'm sorry. There was like a
large RV just drove by.
like a massive RV that went by, and that was so loud.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
Anyway,
okay.
sorry.
Anyway, yeah. So then basically, he dies in police custody. It causes very large outrest, as it should. But it's kind of it's gone from initially was more peaceful protests to now the city of Minneapolis, Atlanta, Los Angeles is all on fire. So it's
pretty much.
It's gone pretty badly.
Atlanta too.
I mean, the College Football Hall of Fame, like what I literally went there 2 months ago, and it is like it's phenomenal. It has all this history. It's smashed, like the front, like the entire place is destroyed.
So here's the thing for me. I understand what they're doing. They're sending a message. They want themselves to be heard, right? But the thing is, like they're targeting. Like don't burn down small businesses.
No.
Because I saw a video like from 1992 of this.
Rodney King.
I don't know. This older black guy's like business was about to like burn down or something, and like he was like yelling at them like, "Don't do it, it's not right."
Well,
but like,
well, no, I mean I think so. I mean just like that's been the problem with this. Like nobody is saying that this is okay. Like clearly that was a complete overstep. It was not necessary whatsoever. The officer was using extreme force and unnecessary. That wasn't. It was a horrible, awful tragedy that occurred. I mean this guy like even if he did like use forged money from Walmart, that's like okay. Maybe a year or two in prison, like nothing remotely close to what. And I mean, regardless, you shouldn't kill anyone without a trial to begin with. So it was a horrible action. I'm very glad all the cops are going to jail for a very, very long time. And I mean that's kind of not the question.
My only confusion with it is like what happened before, because the video just starts with the officer on his neck, but like I just want to know what
I know what happened.
Led to that?
I saw a video. Apparently, he was having a heart attack during the video, because I saw a guy say like they took him out of the car and then he went to like the wall in the building, and like he kind of like slid down the wall, and then they brought him back to the car and he fell down.
Right.
And then that's when they like held him down, put this knee on his neck.
I mean yeah, because that's the thing. Because they did like the whatever, like the city, like it's always to do. They have like a coroner who then does like an autopsy on the body to see the cause of death, and they said the cause of death was at least from the physical signs that like the coroner saw, and based on his experience, it wasn't because of suffocation. It was because of either whatever like heart or pre-existing
medical
conditions.
thing.
Yeah, pre-existing conditions that he died of. So which is, I guess I shouldn't really complicate it anymore. The cops still clearly inflicted death upon this guy, but I don't know. It's just a very, No, I mean, it's just kind of like a whole, like, insane situation.
This is the fact that, like, he wasn't even resisting on the ground.
No.
And he was saying, like, please, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's just so screwed up that they wouldn't, stop.
Yeah. I mean, no. It violates every single, like, police protocol. Like, there's literally, like, no private security police, like, you do not do that. Like, if you're detaining someone, the point is so you detain them so they can't, escape or injure other people. But, like, you can very easily do that by handcuffing them, putting them on the ground, and, like, without, putting all of your weight on, like, even on their back. Like, that can still, you can suffocate in, I think it's like 10 to 15 minutes with, like, a reasonable amount of force on your back. So, like, there was no police training would ever tell someone to do that.
Yeah.
That was the cop being a complete moron and just disregard for anything. But I mean, but no, just the outrage that's come out of it is like, I feel like that's
we've never seen anything like this.
No, I mean
it's
the connection. I mean, you're talking about in '92. What you were coming with was the Rodney King riots, which was. Do you kind of guys know that what happened to Rodney King?
Not at all.
Okay, so basically he was. I mean, it was a similar story. He was taken out. He was like arrested. Yeah, he was arrested by some cops. Basically, he had his car and like beaten terribly by these cops. I'm pretty sure. Did he die? I think he died. I can't remember, but no, it caused massive outrage in LA. Like my parents were at UCLA during that time, and like so they were in Westwood, which was really close to LA, and it caused like absolute chaos in LA. I mean, like cities were like burning down. That's where have you guys seen the pictures of like the Korean guys? Because at that time there were a lot of Korean-owned businesses who so they would like stand on top of like their buildings like with guns, like protecting their businesses. Like
that's crazy.
I don't get. Why are they burning down like other minority businesses?
That brings no like attention.
Like I'm all for the cause. I'm all for the cause, obviously.
No, like bringing attention is very good. I mean, this needs it's an issue that clearly needs to be addressed.
But that's not how it should be done.
No.
By burning down an Arby's, what does that do for racial injustice and oppression? Nothing.
No. And I mean, see, that's the problem, is now we're not just talking about this terrible action that occurred. We're talking about all the other... I mean, there's already been... I mean, just on... What was it? I think it was on yesterday alone. There was one guy who got shot at one of the protests and died. And then there was, like, a Federal Reserve where two guys... where two, like, security guards were shot at. Both of them were, like, hit, but one of them ended up dying from that. So now instead of talking about how we can address and solve this problem, we're focused on all of these other, like, tragedies that are occurring. Like, cities burning down, people dying because of that. And it's like... How is that accomplishing literally anything except turning more people, like, against your cause?
It's literally taking attention away from the George
Floyd thing.
thing.
Doing this stuff, you're sending a message, but it just creates more division between people, more hatred between people, when really we should be coming together to come up with a solution to solve this. Peaceful protesting, I think, is fine.
No, I mean,
some violent protesting, as long as it's targeted towards the right thing, I guess. But I don't know.
But I mean, like,
even then.
No, I mean, even
it's
then.
It's still like not their solution because it just creates.
No. Well,
more
I mean, I think
tension.
That's the problem. Is I think a large most of these people like burning down like cities and stuff, like they don't really care about this. They're just people who are just trying to be opportunistic. And I mean, the fact that they're like stealing from these stores, if they were just like burning stuff down, then like maybe you're trying to make some sick deluded statement, but like
there's a guy
they're stealing too.
Some kid like stole a Lego set.
Yeah, like no, I saw some picture of some guys. So they were like smashing up like the like self-service like checkout things to get the money out of the register, and in the background there's some guy with some Legos trying to run away. So like clearly these people like they don't care about this. Most of them. I mean, the people who are peacefully protesting, I believe they do very passionately agree with this issue, as they should. But like you've clearly have people who are just being opportunistic. Like the most of the part of in Atlanta, the college football like Hall of Fame got smashed up. It was mostly like the gift shop and all the stuff got stolen out of it. So like a bunch of people in Atlanta about to run around in like OBJ jerseys, but like
see everything on eBay in a few weeks.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of like the sad part about this is like you have so many people who like, and maybe there are some people who think this is their way of like, who think this is a good way of protest.
Which there's a lot of them, but
I mean, there's a lot of them, but it's like, I mean, that's the thing. Like there was such like I feel like there's such like a clear like playbook like written up by Martin Luther King. I mean, he enacted like so much change, and he never had to. He like civil disobedience like. I mean that's fine. I mean they committed civil disobedience, sitting at like lunch counters and stuff. Yes, that was a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
And it enacted great change. Like I'm not always saying you have to follow every single one of the laws, but like when you're destroying the like hard work and like way of life of like other people who have nothing to do with this. Like it wasn't the CEO of Target who was like like beating the crap out of these people. It wasn't, I don't know, Roger Goodell or the college for NCAA. Like,
these people are just like fighting hate with more hate, which does nothing.
It makes no sense.
Besides make things worse. But everyone's entitled to their opinion, I guess. So
I guess.
I guess the one positive thing out of this is that they're being heard. Like, literally, you can't go on social media without saying something about this.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, what they're being heard about, it isn't these. It's not because of the riots they're being heard. It's just because about a terrible action was committed, and like 99.999% of the country agrees this was a terrible tragedy.
Yeah, and also cities are being burned down.
Well, I mean, but I think
so
that's the
also
thing. Nobody's posting about, like, they're posting on like the, like their pages about like who you can call and stuff like that. That's not because of the city being burnt down. It's not like Arby's being on fire made me think, holy cow, guys, like, I need to go call somebody. No, it's like, and that's just such like the, I don't know, just seems like so counterintuitive. And that's what I feel like really almost turns people off from like supporting like, supporting like Black Lives Matter. I mean, that's why, like, I mean, it's a good cause. Police brutality is obviously terrible, but I feel like that's what sometimes turns people off of these like groups and issues, is they see like the violence that can come out of them against like people that seemingly have nothing to do with it. Like, I mean, the guy who was shot to death, like, just trying to, like, I don't know the exact story, so I don't know the exact cause, but I mean, I assume it was just some guy who was there, like, protesting for, like, this issue, and then it results in him dying. So now we have even more deaths as occurring from a death. So, like, it's a tragedy that just spirals out of control into even, like, more tragedy. And it's like, how does this accomplish anything? And that's just the...
I'm seeing people, like, some people are like, oh, no, all lives matter, and then some people are like, no, only, like, just Black Lives Matter, but like,
which I mean, that's I mean we're like Americans, like we all should have the same like.
The issue is for the African Americans, but there's other people that also.
I mean, that's the thing.
Get this too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm like, there's a lot of minorities in this country that deserve the same attention, but this is, I don't know.
I mean, and it's not like because I'm not like Black or we're not Black that this doesn't like this I mean, we've seen lots of people who aren't Black are clearly pissed off. I mean, that was an American who was taken away his due process, like one of the things that like separates our country. He was taken away his due process. He was basically executed without trial and taken away like all of his fundamental rights were just stripped away from him. Like, I mean, just on top of the sheer like, I mean, as a human, like that should like disgust you, just like killing somebody for pretty much no reason. Like, you don't have to be Black, you don't have to be from Minnesota to like realize how terrible that is. And like that's the
back to like Jacob's point with saying all the Black Lives Matter and all lives matter stuff. Those same people are saying all cops are bad and like, but then that's like saying all white people are racist, all Black people are using fake money, whatever.
Like you can't simplify. And that's also what I feel like one of the biggest problems out of this is like people are wondering like, oh, why does it seem like so many cops are bad? Like, why do we have bad cops? And it's like, because good people...
Hear that siren, by the way?
It's like...
We're doing this outside today.
Just my mixtape.
Heard this, yeah.
Fire. What if that's a paramedic, dude? Nice.
Okay. I mean, like fire... Like, I saw I can't remember what city it was in, but these firefighters were wearing bulletproof vests fighting a fire. Because they were, like, they were getting, like, attacked. Their fire truck was smashed to pieces, like, firefighters. Like, the people trying to save a city from burning.
I can't imagine being in, like, one of those cities.
No, it's insane. Dude, but, I mean, but...
It's like Purge. Like, literally,
I mean, it's like there's
real life.
No, but kind of back to what I was saying before. It's like they're wondering why we can't get good cops. It's because people coming out of college, good people, they look at what's happening now. They're like, why would I want to become a cop and join a career that people are going to hate? I mean, even like common people, like nobody likes getting a speeding ticket. Like people don't like cops. Like would they rather join a career, become a cop who people are going to hate them? They see stuff like this on the media where people are calling death to all cops.
Yeah.
Like, or would they rather go into the private sector where they can make... Is your house on fire, Jacob? But we didn't notice.
Left the cookies in the oven.
Yeah, but no. So they're not going to become cops. They're instead going to go into the private sector, and that's the problem. I mean, the more we create a movement of like all police are bad, we hate police, kill all police, the less good police you're going to get, and then the more bad stuff like this you're going to happen. And that's the and there's some people, like there's a lot of like some NFL players and a bunch of guys who are working actively towards like creating better relations with police, which is really what needs to happen. I mean,
exactly.
Like it or not, we need police. Like the people have been calling for like abolishing police.
We can't live like without police. That's not possible.
No, like what do you want to do?
Minneapolis did that for the night, and
it did not work.
Everything was insane.
They did?
I mean, basically,
they had
because
to.
the mayor, governor, or whoever said, like, for the police and firefighters to just stand down. And
or else they could
fire
get
chief
really
didn't
hurt.
even know.
Yeah.
Really hurt.
No, I mean, yeah. So I mean, unless the cops are like organized. I mean, like.
And also, most cops aren't. There's like a % that are bad, obviously.
No, I mean, you
but
look
most
at it.
are good.
Yeah, like there are 800, I believe, 700,000 to 800,000 cops, or like police officers in the United States, law enforcement officers. Like some of them, yes, are going to be bad. That is inevitable. Should we still, put things in place to help root them out quicker before something like this happens? Like this guy should have been fired before. Like he had been related to other.
Yeah, apparently he had other stuff.
And like racial. Yeah.
I read that him and George Floyd actually worked at like. The police officer was also a security guard at this like bar or nightclub or something. They both worked there at the same time. Like,
really?
They were both employees, but they didn't know each other personally because there's like so many security guards.
Yeah.
Which
like I
is
said, I don't know
crazy.
if there'd be a connection with that.
No, I'm not saying there was, but I'm just saying it's like, it's pretty weird that.
No, it's crazy coincidence. I mean.
And apparently George Floyd like preached like. Apparently he was like an activist before.
Yeah.
Which I mean, yeah, like it's tragic when anyone dies, but I mean, especially tragic when someone like that who.
He also had another job.
Yeah.
Adult
We
film.
don't need
adult.
That's
adult. Films.
Yeah, that's unimportant. He's
No,
he's living his life.
He must have been like well known. Like besides that, like Steven Jackson, NFL running back, he was like good friends with him, and he like spoke out about the whole situation.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he like actually did, but I think he was like well known.
Yeah,
but
I mean, and that's the whole problem with this whole situation is it just it just completely defeats the purpose, and it just turns more people against. Because now it's like people are either viewing this as like if you're not like supporting like almost like some people are, not a lot of people, some people are like if you're not supporting riots then you're like against this. Like no, you can say the riots are bad, and this still is a terrible issue that needs to be addressed. It's just I don't know. That's what I feel like really needs to happen, is you need to have more people, like, speaking out against, like, riots and say, like, hey, guys, like, yes, please protest, please, like, show. I mean, protests are very effective. Like, you show your elected leaders that, like, you will not re-elect them unless they do something about this. That's incredibly effective. But, like, burning down the city and causing chaos, that does not do anything.
Nope.
No. And I mean, I don't know. And I mean, that's...
Like, they're trying to make them, like, feel, like, big. And like the race is small.
Yeah.
But violence is not the answer. So.
No. And like and no one person can fix this problem by themselves. I mean, no one race can fix this. I mean, it has to be our country coming together to fix this issue. I mean, it's not just like you fire one cop. That's not going to fix the whole issue. It's a very complicated issue that's going to take a lot of like institutional change, and like no one person can do that. No one race can do that. No one city can do that. No one political party can do that, and that's the problem with when you have people already turning against everyone. Some people blaming black people, and some people blaming white people, and some people blaming cops, and some blaming Democrats, some blaming Republicans. It's like
stop blaming.
No, I mean it's no one person's fault. Like it's no one group's fault. Like, and the only way you can solve this is by working together, but people seem to, their instinct is, no matter when anything happens, their instinct is to point fingers. And that's something, you can't.
Yeah. Anyway, should we move on to SpaceX?
I guess,
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you go. Abrupt change, SpaceX.
I mean, I just want to, like, I don't want to be, like, all sad anymore.
Yeah.
So,
in conclusion, very bad.
Everyone has their opinions.
Riot's bad.
I don't want to talk about like
just don't riot. There you go.
And we don't want to get all political.
Peaceful protest is great. We love America because we can do that in America.
Yeah.
Thank you. We love America. Right.
So,
love over hate.
Did you guys watch the launch?
I didn't watch the launch, but I saw a bunch
not.
of stuff about it.
Yeah.
Nothing impressive. I mean, the suits look cool.
Oh, sorry. Shooting somebody into space is not impressive.
No.
Jay, how many times have you gone to space?
I mean, it's okay.
It's pretty impressive.
I guess it is after 9 years.
Yeah.
It's just weird how we haven't gone back.
I mean, because there's
from U.S. soil in 9 years.
There's not money in it. That's the problem. Like it costs.
So it's all Elon.
Oh, I mean, well, no, it's all Elon's doing this because he's gonna make money off of it. It's the problem is you look at it from like the U.S.'s perspective. Like initially we went to space to beat the dirty commies, and we beat the dirty commies and we got to the moon first, and now it's like the Chinese don't care about space.
I heard China got to the dark side of the moon before us or something.
Like, no one cares about that anymore. The
it
moon
just
is
sounds
old
cool
news.
though. It sounds cool, man.
It does sound cool,
so
but I mean that's the thing. Like it's we definitely like there's no like competition. I mean, like competition between like the U.S. and the Soviet Union was like terrifying. It was like, are you gonna nuke each other?
Dude, I can't imagine living during that time.
No, I mean it was terrifying.
I know we're complaining about now. Think about growing up in like the 1900s and living to like the 1980s or something. All the different stuff
this is
you went
nothing.
through.
No, like living through.
But again, like a lot of shit has gone down since 2020 started.
Yeah.
No, this has been a crazy,
relative,
unprecedented year. But I mean, like you imagine living through like World War One, the Great Depression.
I heard
I
saw a post.
Cold War.
No, I saw a post that
War.
this guy lived through World War One, World War Two, like everything. I mean,
yeah, if you were born in 1910,
and he's still alive, I'm pretty sure.
He would have had to be. Actually, I don't think that's possible.
Wait, how old would he be?
World War One was 1911 to 1914, so he had to have been crazy.
No, he's dead. I just know I saw a post. This guy lived through.
Thanks for putting it really compassionately, Jacob. Nah, that man dead. But no, I mean it is. I mean that's the thing. Like you look at it like, it's. I know I'm going off SpaceX now because this episode just gonna be titled Kyle Goes on Rants.
Yeah.
Alright, because that's all it is.
Kyle talks a lot.
We should talk about
Barstools.
Dude.
Oh, we can talk about Call Her Daddy or
Presidente. No.
We actually have a whole
Portnoy.
Barstool section.
Like he won like a.
I got it.
You know,
Matt
we'll
got
get
the
to that.
section.
We'll
We
get
got
to
the
that.
section. But yeah, what was I gonna say about space? But no, pretty much like the problem is that there's no money in it, so no one's gonna go to space. Like, and the only reason SpaceX doing it.
But I want to go to space.
Well, I mean that's the only way there'd be money in it is if like, it becomes like.
We have the
commercial.
Space Force.
Why?
Well, yeah, that's to like
Did you guys watch? Have you heard about the new show?
Yes,
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell.
It looks funny.
I haven't started it. Have you
Shoot
started
off the Rocky.
Huh?
Why did they shoot? Like,
What?
Why did they launch the Rocky? What is?
Oh, to get to this International Space Station.
I mean, I think they still have people up there. Like,
There's
still
one
like,
U.S.
doing
person
research
in the
and stuff.
station. No.
Yeah.
I saw Elon Musk's Twitter header. It's like, like it goes on the left Mars, normal Mars, and then it slowly becomes like there's like oceans and it's green. It slowly turns into like an Earth.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, which is what I think he wants. But
Elon needs to be preserved.
I love Elon.
For years.
No, it's kind of crazy, but I think
we should put him
insane.
in ice, bro.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Like Walt Disney.
Yeah.
He's alive. By the way.
Obviously.
No. But I mean, I think also the reason we haven't been shooting stuff off as much is there's so much more like working together between countries because like we weren't about to go send a bunch of commies to space in our ships and USSR was about to spend a bunch of us, but now we're working with like India and all those
China,
other countries. Probably, I think. Well, I mean, the International Space Station has people from everywhere, so.
So like, what do they even do there? Like, do they just like do experiments
That's
or like
so
build
crazy.
more stuff on
They're
the
just living
station?
in space.
I mean, it's research.
great.
I mean, research, I guess. I mean, I think they test a lot of technology. I mean, a lot of technology, like Velcro was invented for astronauts.
What?
And now we use it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's how my Skechers are staying on right now.
Have you guys seen the new
Yeah.
suits, by the way? They
I
look
don't wear
like
Skechers.
Tron or something.
Yeah, I saw some picture and it said like looks like Elon Musk is like Darth Vader talking to stormtroopers. It's really funny.
Dude, Elon Musk is literally Tony Stark.
He is.
That's a fact.
He just needs to create an iron suit and then he's Iron Man.
I'm surprised he
hard
hasn't
thing.
yet.
Yeah.
He needs to run for president.
He probably
first.
has.
Portnoy Musk 24.
Dude.
All right, do you want to move to Barstool now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
This is, I will shut up and let Matt
We'll
talk.
hit the sports topics. Okay.
Sports.
So there's like the all-in challenge thing where like celebrities or whatever auctioning off experiences. So Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the National Football League, auctioned off an experience to have Monday Night Football in his basement.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just
How
one person.
generous.
I know.
What a great guy.
great
We
guy.
love Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
Just Roger and one person. And Dave
Wow.
Portnoy, the founder of Barstool
Barstool.
Sports, who is a Patriots fan, and Patriots fans like me dislike
You're
Roger
a
Goodell.
Bucks fan. Matt, you're just telling me about how you hate the Patriots and you love the Bucks
That
because
is
Tom
not
Brady.
at all
Tampa
true.
Bay, right?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay?
Both of you stop now.
I mean, you painted your room red and put, a giant picture of Tom Brady up
Okay.
at the Bucks jersey. Sorry, continue.
all right,
Go ahead.
all right.
Go
so,
Pats.
Portnoy wins the auction. He hates Roger Goodell.
For 250 grand.
Yes.
Lot of money. $250,000.
$250,000. It was gonna be amazing because they are known to dislike each other.
Wait, what's their
Just
beef? Can you
went off.
explain that?
Basically,
Lots of.
okay, the beef started with Deflategate. Portnoy and a bunch of other like Patriots fans that work with Barstool went into the NFL headquarters to talk to Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
That was not the plan. And they all ended up getting arrested for trespassing. They were all wearing Tom Brady jerseys because, Tom Brady got suspended.
Yep.
That's where it started,
Okay.
and then
Then he won the
Portnoy
Super
and
Bowl,
other
so-
Barstool people try to sneak into like Super Bowl media day, where the Patriots were pretty much every year, and he got arrested for sneaking in and making fake credentials to get in. So
What was his plan though? Like
to
what?
just interview and be in there because he's thinks Barstool
Dave
Sports
Portnoy is a
a
genius.
real sports network, which it
No,
is.
he's a genius, and I mean,
Yeah.
and it brought.
Yeah,
he
he's
knew
rich.
he knew it would bring so much more attention to him too.
Yeah.
That's
he's a beast.
he's a
But-
very smart guy.
Moral of the story here, he wins the auction.
Yep.
He makes a video. Everybody's, excited. It's going to be hilarious. And then they do a background check on Mr. Portnoy. He does not
And-
pass the background check
The
because he's
NFL's
been
background
arrested
check.
by the NFL.
Yep.
And now they donated the money. Portnoy doesn't have to pay anything. And he
So-
doesn't get his money
Which
back.
it's
from the law.
bullshit because
Oh,
like
yeah.
It is.
he should just go with the joke. No,
I
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
Portnoy, he posted a video going on some rant about how Goodell is not funny. He's not a good sport,
No.
Portnoy would have come with the clown shirt with Goodell on it,
Yeah.
But Goodell's not about that.
I mean, the NFL, which employs.
Snag.
Jeez,
Wait,
alright,
let's
the wind is
wait for this
moving.
wind to settle really quick.
Yeah, like a bunch of stuff just blew out on my shirt.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, but no. So the NFL, which employs convicted people who committed
Yes.
assault, rapists.
Yes.
I mean, there were even murderers in the league.
I
Like,
know.
looking at you, Patriots. It's Hernandez.
It's obviously
He killed a bunch
so
of people.
like
Yeah, it's so hypocritical. It's astronomically hypocritical.
Dude,
Like,
Pat McAfee talked about it too.
I think it would be good for Roger Goodell just to like I don't know.
Get exposure, make people like him.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Nobody likes him.
Yeah.
No.
He was like what's his name? Portnoy?
Yeah,
Is
Dave
that his last
Portnoy.
name? David Portnoy? He was like yeah, like he has no he has no humor at all.
He has no-
Exactly.
I mean, even in his even
Like,
watching the
everybody hates him.
draft, he looks so uncomfortable.
Dude,
Yeah.
he was falling asleep in his basement. He's like, 30-second pig, Patriots, like Kyle Hume.
Yeah, bro. Did you see him? It was so funny when he was talking to the TV with all the fans. He's like, "Let's go, Vikings
Dude,
fans!
okay,
Go Vikings!"
I know this was
Oh
like
my God.
2 months ago or whatever by now, but there was 12 spaces for fans. Only 11 Chargers fans were
No,
on
there were
it.
less than that.
Okay, yeah,
Towards
maybe
the
there
end.
was less. They could not find enough Chargers fans, which
Did
is
you
like
see what
the
Melvin
running
Gordon
NFL
said?
joke. Yeah,
He was.
he was like, "Hey,
Dude.
I'm fine playing in empty stadiums. We didn't have fans in LA anyway."
At this point, like I might as well be a Chargers fan now.
Dude, LA
Dude, the
football is
Rams
tragic.
jerseys,
The
They're
Rams jerseys are
so
so
nasty.
ugly.
they look like the Chargers jerseys, like the colors.
Yeah, they're the same. Which why would you?
What? Yeah, it's
The
terrible
Chargers
advertising.
moving from San Diego was the stupidest thing they could have done. I mean,
Dude,
so many teams they look and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a fancy new stadium," but like, what's good as a fancy new stadium if you have no fans? Like,
So
they had
why
a
did-
good fan base in San Diego.
What? Did they not have a fan base in San Diego or
They
something?
did. They had
So,
a good
like,
fan
why-
base in San Diego.
I don't get
they
that.
were
think-
fine, and then they moved to LA.
I mean, a lot of times it's because the whole industry is insane. Like, because teams don't pay for their stadiums. Like, the city pays for the stadium because they want a team there because the revenues generates a
Right.
lot of money. So I don't know if this exactly happened in San Diego, but I know what happens a lot is like, a team will say like, hey, we want new stadium upgrades, pay for it, and then the city says no, and then the team's like, fine, screw you, we're leaving. What do you?
Votive.
Voted figures.
You definitely failed that AP test. I don't remember
Oh
if you
my
took it.
god.
I didn't take it.
We should talk about the AP,
AP
test
test.
this
First
year.
we finished sports.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. There's so much stuff we can talk about. Like I totally
My
forgot
car
about
almost got stolen too. We haven't talked about that.
Oh my god, we had to get
Okay,
some
let's,
good
let's
timestamps
wrap
in
up
this.
this
All right,
sports
wrap up
business
basically.
here.
So what else? Any final statements about hey, you hate Roger Goodell?
I just wish Roger Goodell would have went along with it. It would have brought him some good publicity.
Yeah.
It would Barstool probably would have gotten money from it.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell would have gotten his fame.
Yeah.
But no.
I mean, look at like the other leagues too. Like
Yo.
everyone, like I don't think there are many people who like hate Adam Silver. Like Adam Silver's
No.
a good
Adam
commissioner. I
Silver's
mean,
the
even the
best
baseball
commissioner in
commissioner.
sports.
Some people
Rob
don't like
Manfred.
him. Yeah, Manfred. Some people don't like him, but like who's the basketball commissioner before that everyone loved? Except he blocked the Chris Paul trade to the Lakers. Though.
Yeah, David Stern.
Stern. Everyone loves Stern too. So it's like, how does the NFL keep messing it up? And then they keep renewing this guy's contract.
I know.
Like,
Nobody
just
likes
fire
and
him.
he's like only 50 or something.
Yeah, and
so
he's
gonna be around for
Didn't
a
he
while.
like lie about his football playing career too? Like he said
it's
he like
something. I don't know.
he said he got like hurt and he couldn't play, and it was like no, he just sucked.
Yeah.
Whatever. Roger Goodell, no one
Roger
likes
Goodell, you suck.
Go to like I don't know the AF or something. The AF.
Rest in peace
The
to the
AF.
XFL.
XFL's
Dude,
coming
that's
back.
sad,
Apparently
bro.
some people are trying to buy it.
That's crazy. Pat McAfee was talking about it. I don't think he's going to.
I don't think it's gonna last.
You can play quarterback. That'd be awesome.
Okay.
All right, continue on. So what are we talking about now?
Jacob's a big
APs,
AP
right?
guy. You can kick off the AP test.
Okay. I mean, I didn't take the art history one.
Imagine not taking
Dude,
the history test. Couldn't be us.
Couldn't be us.
The APs are like for that test. It's so easy because you could just look up terms, and you're allowed to.
Well, it wasn't. It was still somewhat
That was
difficult.
hard.
Really?
When
Wait,
you
I
don't
thought you said
know-
it was easy.
Okay, well, it was easy for someone as intellectual as myself and Matthew.
Right. For
But I mean,
I didn't
normal
take
humans.
the test. Okay, I
or
don't
when
need
you
it.
look at the piece and you're like, don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Then
Voted
you're
figures.
screwed.
that was a smart thing they did
Dude,
because
imagine one of us got votive figures.
I
wish
would
I
have
did.
freaked out. I wouldn't have known anything.
no,
But
The votives.
yeah.
I know the big.
For some reason, I remember reliquary figures now.
Okay.
Like it was one
Was
like
that
the
mine?
it was one of the last weeks, and I remember
think it
like I
was.
sent a picture of new figures or like new votive.
Okay.
The level
Dude.
of comedy we have to each other is like zero.
No, we're not funny.
It's like we say a word and we all laugh and it makes no
What's this
sense.
inside
And nobody
jokes?
else gets it.
Actually, no. Westlake.
Yeah,
Kids do, like
sure.
seniors, I guess.
Yeah, but no one else finds it funny. So
Dude,
we
no,
get
they
it.
do. No,
but-
trust me.
Funny. Okay.
AP exams were a mess.
Oh yeah,
An
hot mess.
absolute mess.
No,
Kids
I mean-
couldn't turn in their stuff.
Oh no, Twitter was.
Oh, I should wait.
Twitter was
The
amazing.
memes. Okay. Oh,
The memes were
we didn't talk
so
about
nice.
Krispy Kreme as well.
Oh my god.
Krispy Kreme.
Oh, Krispy
There's so much
Kreme.
stuff to talk about.
Dude.
Oh my god.
Okay, actually we'll get to. Okay,
Okay, hold on, hold on. Let me talk about my APs.
Sorry, talk about APs. What can I? Do you want me to explain the art history test first?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
what's so
I
cool
don't remember
about
asking.
it?
No, so literally what they did was they just gave you a
You
picture. They
just
didn't
did.
tell you the name of the piece.
Okay.
So that's how they got you. So you couldn't just Google like this picture because you didn't know the picture. So the first
Picture with woman on
That's what I
share.
did. That's what I
Did it
did for my
actually-
second
did
one.
it actually
Yeah.
show up?
I got the saint or the version of Saint something.
Guadalupe,
Yeah,
yeah.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No, what I did, the first one I just happened to remember, and then the next one, they put, like, the family that donated it in the museum it was from. So, of course, the first thing I did, I Googled that family museum account. First piece came up because, you know, the New York Metropolitan Museum of Art has a website. So, it came up, basically, College Board, you got played. So,
Imagine
yeah.
if you just, like, look up a picture. You just, like, paste a
I
picture.
I
had
actually
an
tried to
app
do that,
did
reverse
that.
image
It didn't
search.
work.
I know, I downloaded
It
an app that
didn't work.
identifies art. It didn't work.
Same. Neither of them were on there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, sorry,
For
Jacob,
me-
continue AP test.
My
What'd you
AP,
take?
my AP lit test was fine. I felt like I got a 5 on that.
Bro, AP lit, dog.
Slit.
So lit.
Let's get it.
Okay, that's...
The one viewer is not on.
Timestamp.
Timestamp.
And then AP stat, I think I got a 5 on that, except I couldn't turn in the last 2 parts. But like it was like E and F or something.
Wait, like you didn't finish them, or
No,
you didn't
like,
get to
I-
turn it in?
Like, I didn't turn it in time.
Did you not request a makeup? You seriously thought you got a 5?
No,
even
because
without
no,
doing some of the questions?
I did 9 out of 11 parts. And I think I'll be fine.
Oh, okay. I
Next
understand. what
says
you're
on
saying.
there like turn in even if you're not finished. So they.
Yeah,
I wonder
You
if they're
did
gonna
turn it
grade
in, right?
yeah.
Yeah. No, I think they clearly put more parts. than they're
I'm
supposed
really
to finish.
annoyed about that. I should have just typed it. For stat,
You
I'm just
wrote it?
better at writing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, for calculus, I typed it out too.
You think it's gonna be harder grading this year?
You typed out
Or-
calc?
No, I wrote
Oh,
it out. I
okay.
was not gonna type it out. That's what I meant.
Okay, you can't like do math with typing. You
No,
can't do that.
no, like
it,
you want me to type like the integral.
it would just screw my mind up. Like I
Yeah.
can't.
Like, I can barely type like English. Like how am I
Oh,
supposed
that's
to? Like,
easy. Less typing that shit.
Okay, it was a joke, Jacob.
Time machine.
Thanks for that.
What?
Matthew, how was
Okay,
your
no.
experience?
No, I'm wondering if they're gonna grade it. I've never taken an AP test until this year because
Seriously?
I'm stupid.
They're
But-
they're
I thought
gonna,
you took psych last year.
I took psych this year.
they're being sued for 500 mil.
Yes, but they're gonna
That is
win.
sad.
Oh,
I don't know. They
okay.
might not.
Krispy
They
Kreme
will.
line. No, okay.
Oh
We
my
need to
God.
stick
No.
with College Board first. I have
No,
some
no.
good
This
College
relates
Board
to
stories.
College Board.
Okay, fine.
In
it relates to
line,
College Board.
that was the same day as the AP Psych. How you took that test, right? AP Psych.
Yeah.
How'd
I
that
don't
go?
think it was the same day, but
It was.
It was.
Okay, maybe it
on,
was. I don't
on
know.
the Krispy.
All-
No, it
all the
was.
days-
Because you're like, we asked you if you want to go with us.
oh
You're like,
yeah,
oh no.
and I had the test. You're
But
right.
in
That's
line we were
before.
looking at AP Psych memes. Oh, it's not. Your meeting with the.
Oh, well, I'll address that later.
There's so
That's
much.
the second part.
Okay, in line we were looking at AP Psych meme. Okay, by the way, the Krispy Kreme line. We get there.
Yeah.
There's a
Dude.
line on the side. There.
Okay, screen
Screen
turned
went
off.
black.
Yeah.
So there was a line for blocks. Like I see Krispy Kreme. I'm like, oh, okay, it's right there.
Yeah.
And then I see a giant ass line, just like
Dude.
snaking out to the blocks and blocks and blocks.
But it goes
dude.
around the corner. So at first we were like, okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah, we can't see
then it
the
kept
whole
going.
line. Then it kept going and going and going.
It went through an intersection,
Yeah.
So we in total we waited in line for like 2.5 hours.
at least.
and Kyle had to do a meeting. He had a meeting with our principal.
Okay, so I had a Zoom call with Mr. Branham because I want a graduation. It can be done. We're maybe gonna do it if the county actually uses common sense. But the county doesn't like common sense. So I had a Zoom call with Mr. Branham at 2, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get to.
He was gonna go on his computer to do it.
Yeah.
And then he had to use his phone.
Well, no, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna get to Krispy Kreme at 11:30. 2 hours should be more than enough to get donuts, and I can get back in my house and be there at 2.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, and
2
so
and
it
a
was
half
like,
hours. Kyle went in my car because he didn't want to wait.
Yeah.
Imagine being, and we didn't have music. We were just like
because
in
this
silence.
moron like had his brother steal his office.
Yeah. No, it was funny though, cause like, it was all high schoolers. We saw our friends there, and it's in Oxnard, which is like 20
half
minutes,
an hour,
30 minutes away, and this was a bunch of kids from different high schools.
Yeah.
Just all around us. Like they would come to talk to us, ask like what's going on. It was funny, and then we went on Twitter. We saw the AP Psych memes. It was so funny. So it was like, my AP Psych test is in like 10 minutes, and I'm stuck in Krispy Kreme line. And then there's a picture of their test on their iPhone.
Yeah, I mean, cause that's it got to the point where I was like, because Jeremy, the president, he was at the end of the line, and he was like, this is way too long. We went home, so we ended up taking the meeting.
But the funny part about that is, he went all the way home, and you're the only one that talked.
Yeah. No, it was only me, because Jacob was obviously listening to the call because he
Yeah.
was driving. But no, so like literally the timing worked at like right as 2 o'clock hit. We were getting right to the front of the line. So I'm in the back seat talking to Branham while trying to like hand my ID to Jacob so he can get my donuts. And like I was timing the conversation so I could go on mute when the guy who was like the employee was talking.
Yeah, and when we got to the
It was such a mess.
That's so good.
when we got there, like Kyle jumped to the back of my
seat. Well, because I wasn't going to like show my hand in donuts. So like,
yeah.
it was
That's funny.
What was I gonna say? I forgot.
It was a good conversation. I'm glad Brandon was at least explaining.
Yeah, this is like Kyle's like last line of defense. Like this is it. Like you got it all out. I feel like.
Oh, I did. Well, no, I've actually talked to him since then. There was
Really?
another senior forum he did yesterday, which I talked to him more about.
Did he budge at all?
Well, I mean that's the thing. It's not. His
I mean, you can't. But,
it's not the principal's decision.
You can't. He can't do anything.
No, it's the county.
Did you talk to Freed?
I didn't end up talking.
Why
to
didn't
Freed,
you email
Well,
Freed?
because I already understand I understand how this works. It's the county. We can talk about the county later. But no, so I was basically in the backseat because I was already in the line for 2 hours. Like I'm not leaving this line and coming back later for another 2 hours. So I got my donuts. They were delicious. And I talked to Mr. Branham at the same time. I am the king of multitasking. So that's all I gotta say.
One thing I am proud of is that I'm not getting fat during this quarantine.
Dude.
A lot of kids are.
Yes.
I've been somewhat Ryan.
Not you.
Not
I'm not talking
No,
about him.
No.
Some friends from a sport that
Who's getting fat, Jacob?
No, we don't need to call out any names.
We're not calling anybody.
But
That's how Ricky's been losing a bunch of weight. You can post it on his story.
so
Yeah,
He's 30 pounds. Attaboy, Ricky. I'm proud of you. And he changed his hair. Looks pretty cool.
Slim Shady.
Hey. But yeah, I've never gone on so
Oh,
many
Drew
Drew
hikes at
Hakel's
once.
Slim Shady now. He's
Drew-
I saw that.
yes. We love Drew.
We love Hakel.
I feel like
literally,
everyone's shaving their heads. Everyone's going insane.
everyone's either shaving their heads or like dyeing it.
Yeah.
All the girls are
That's all
dyeing their hair. That's
they're
all
dyeing.
I'm seeing.
Yeah.
No,
Or like really short
I told Carolyn
haircuts.
if she dyes her hair, I will dump her. So that's just I
Nice.
set the groundwork there. If she dyes her hair a color,
Ladies, you should entice Carolyn.
Dude. But I feel like
No.
I don't know. I feel like at this
Just kidding,
point,
though.
coronavirus is like not even like it's no one cares anymore.
That's the problem. I feel like we've almost taken it too well. Like it's gone too slowly.
Well,
Like the spread has been almost too slowly.
we took it so seriously at the start, but now like
Which it should have been, but
Well,
I don't
yeah.
know if we even need to
I
be
think we
anymore.
needed to, because I mean that's the thing. The problem is unless you want to wait another year at least for a
No.
vaccine. The problem is even once you get a vaccine, you still have to test it, and then you have to like widely distribute it, which is very
Yeah.
hard to do. So, I think what you really needed to do was like open it up sooner and get healthy people out there because the death rate. I mean, I understand their whole concern of like not wanting to overload hospitals. That makes sense. Like the curve is flatter than JMaTy. Like the curve is very flat. Okay, is this still recording?
okay.
Jacob's strong.
I'm
podcast.
bringing up a funny video that we should watch.
Awesome. Now we're a reaction.
Apparently.
But yeah, but no. So the curve is really flat. And so which is like this is good, which is the point. But now the problem is like everyone's getting so like so pent up that everyone wants to leave now at the same time, which is then going to cause it to spike even more. I think what we should have been doing is earlier on, Why? Jacob's not allowed to go to USAtoday.com. Jacob is banned from USAtoday.com.
No, I had lunch in a restaurant the other night.
Lunch
not the other
night.
Okay. I had dessert in a restaurant the other night.
Yep.
Lunch.
So I guess now me and Carolyn are going to Lazy Dog because I love Lazy Dog.
You know, I feel like they should be open. People should have the choice of if they feel comfortable going out, let them. Even if it has to be with a mask or whatever, which doesn't do anything. But
yeah, the CDC really said that if you're a healthy person, you do not need to wear a mask. Jacob's trying to show us a video of a boat.
Hold on.
Can the screen see it?
Welcome to the Outer Banks, Paradise on Earth.
No, not that.
That's what it looks like.
This was. Hold on.
Is anybody else seeing this, or is it just us?
It's just us.
Okay.
This is the high level of production value.
No, hold on. Okay, don't close the window here.
That would be awesome.
Oh, actually, you know what? Should I finish my talk about College Board then?
Jacobs.
Okay, so College Board, it was the funniest thing. So, I have now become a connoisseur of Reddit. It is a lovely website on the internet.
Huh.
Do you have the video ready, Jacob, or should I keep talking about Reddit?
No, keep talking.
Okay, so Reddit is a very, very interesting place.
Yes.
It's definitely not Instagram, because Instagram you post anything like...
Oh, okay, I have it.
Whoa.
So, this is,
I'll come back to Reddit.
Have you guys seen the show Ozark?
No.
No.
I thought I told you about those.
You told me to watch it and I didn't.
Okay, well, it's like it's this lake in Missouri. Anyway, coronavirus. This is like a few days ago. No one gives a shit anymore. This is before the riots too, so like it's not that significant anymore. But
that's the problem. Yeah, it's been like
this is okay. Okay, hold on. This happened at the lake. Look at all these people. Look at this shit. This is ridiculous. Look at that's like a festival, dude.
I know.
Dude.
I mean, that's the problem. Is you told people that like, okay, hey guys, 3 months. I know it's packed. Okay. Like that's Corona Central.
That's a lot of people.
I mean, that's the problem. It's like you told people at the beginning, like, hey fellas, like be inside for a couple. That's trippy. Right. Hey fellas, be inside for a couple months, and then we're good. We'll flatten the curve. And now the problem is
this looks amazing.
I know.
That does.
What? I don't even know what to do.
Well, I can like wave to myself, like wax on.
Wow, look, we've had friends now.
What?
And we're back.
Oh, boo. Okay.
What bit?
I need a better way to do that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But no, as Dave
no, in the TMG podcast, he Noel has it in his laptop and he does it on it's easy.
Well, yeah, we're not them.
We're broke.
You're not Noel.
I'm not Noel.
I'm not Cody.
We're not funny.
We're not.
You're not. You're the half.
I'm the
Anyways.
Yeah, you're the half of the 2.5. We never.
Just kidding. That's not true.
Yeah, because we totally don't know who the half man is.
I'm biracial, so.
Hey fellas, I'm biracial. Have I mentioned that before?
Filipino. I'm a Pinoy.
Yeah. Thank you, Jacob, for diversity. But no, so
okay. You're going on about Reddit.
I'm going on about Reddit. Okay, so Reddit is a lovely place, strange place on the internet. You can literally post whatever you want. People are wild on Reddit. But no, so there's a bunch of like College Board, like AP test Reddits and stuff, so people cannot prepare. And so the big College Board's big thing this year was you can use your book, you can Google stuff.
Go on.
I'm ignoring them. This is the one-man podcast with myself.
Okay.
So yeah, so you can go on, you can use the internet, you can use your books, you can use whatever they want. But the one thing you can't do is you can't talk to other people, like during your test. And so this one dumb shit. It was the guy's name was Dino Sauce. He was so clearly fake. So he was like, hey guys, we have to work together on this AP test, guys. I've created this whole like feed so we can all work together, guys. Let's practice submitting ahead of time. Everyone immediately knew. They're like, we know you work for the College Board, you dumb shit. Like no one says. It was so funny.
Hi, Jacob's mom.
Hello.
Yeah.
Let them out.
Well, as long as they don't bark.
Hey, who let the dogs out? Did you just
what?
Your dog's not gonna bark.
Yeah,
okay, go
Mom,
ahead.
make sure they don't bark.
Yeah, can you ask the dogs to not bark ahead of time? No. So everyone so clearly knew this guy was in the College Board. It was the funniest thing. He just got like.
They're doing a demo on West PTO. Did you know?
I know that, Mom. I know that. You told me that earlier.
I just sent you a picture, but there's more people.
Hey, dog.
Hello, dog.
Maybe we can stop by
go away.
after.
We now have two guests. Dogs. Should we do a 2.5 Men in the Field?
Can I bring your dog up here?
Go to the park. Okay. Yeah.
No,
but no, sorry. Continuing. So Dino Sauce. So Dino Sauce. So this Dino Sauce guy so clearly works for College Board.
Jacob's dog.
Yeah.
Don't pee on me.
Really, it's Jacob's dog. Thank you for sharing.
Well, they don't know we're at Jacob's house. Maybe.
That's not my dog.
That's true. Right, Jacob's house. Here's Jacob's address.
Oh God, this is a cat.
Okay.
Wait, so they're like clearly College Board?
Buddy.
Oh yeah. So no, they found out this guy was College Board.
For it?
No one fell for it. Immediately, these guys you work for college sports. So no, they find this guy's IP address. They find this guy's physical address.
Jesus.
They start sending him death threats. They find out where he's going from is literally 10 minutes away from the college board headquarters.
No
so they
way.
so clearly know this guy is they start blasting him with it's the funniest thing. Just everything, just telling him to go die is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
So terrible.
It's such a college board thing though, to think that college board thinks they're so much better and so much smarter than all these students. No one's that stupid.
Oh, by the way, I did watch. You know how you watch those review videos? I did that. It helped.
Oh, the college board actually did release helpful review videos before.
Do you want
I mean, it's not be free. It's just teachers around the world.
Yeah.
So
No, it was good because this whole task was a whole mess.
Dog
They
and
had
all,
thousands of people, the whole, who's the guy? Trevor Packer. He's the
Tom
guy,
Packer.
main guy who talks for the college board. He's his Twitter's the funniest thing.
Tastes like
Just him
piss.
getting blasted.
We
Let me
forgot
tell
that.
you a thing or two.
I don't even know where
that
that
tastes like
started.
piss.
I
Cody
don't wanna
Co,
know
dude.
why that started.
Cody Co.
I don't watch Cody Co.
Oh, so you watch Real Bros? Let's talk about Real Bros.
Real Bros of Simi Valley, the
I
greatest
got him
internet
hooked.
series ever.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Who's your favorite character?
I would say Wade, but that's kind of obvious. I
Yeah.
have to go with Bryce, the skater.
Go Bryce.
Guys, Bryce is skating again.
I like
So good.
What is it?
It's-
Explain it to me.
I like Duncan.
Uneducated.
I love.
I like
Duncan.
Duncan.
The donuts?
Okay, yes. Basically, it's these group of young adults who
It's
live
just,
in
it's just
Simi
former
Valley.
Vine stars.
Yes.
That- and
Died.
it's-
because Vine died.
It's a bunch of funny dudes and girls. And
Equality.
Yes, yes. And they're in Simi Valley,
Yep.
and they make
Simi School?
a spoof of what living in Simi Valley is like.
And the thing
That's
is,
beautiful.
it's so they live in Simi Valley because they never left. They after high
Yeah.
school, that was their peak.
Yes.
So they never went to college or
They're all
anything,
big in
except
high
if
school.
you're Wade, you went to Moore Park.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, that's the best scene in the entire
He went to
thing.
Moore Park for photography.
Guys, I got into Moore Park Community College School of Photography.
Dude, I think I'm gonna get back in the arts.
Bro.
And he has the art show in his backyard, and it's gonna rain, and
They
his
all wear
dad kicks him out.
ponchos. it's
That
it's a
actually
must
sounds funny.
watch.
Is it
It'll
on
take.
YouTube?
Dude, I
First
burned,
season
man.
is, second and third is on Facebook, which is a weird place to watch it, but
Who would post
that's where they can actually get money
Money.
off of it, which
honestly,
is
ads and stuff. They get
it's not as good.
Dude, if we didn't have to go to the pool, I would burn.
Dude, I do burn. I just don't want to burn right now.
That's deep.
That's crazy. I just thought you burned.
Dude, I smoke that hoo stick any day.
And then he actually finally does burn. And
Then he
I don't
overdoses.
want to.
Have you memorized
Yeah.
this whole show?
Mostly.
It's so the episodes are short, so
yeah,
they're like literally
8 minutes, 20
8
minutes.
to 20 minutes long.
Okay.
But
They're midway through.
Like
season
what our
3.
show should be. But
Yeah,
it's
what
not
this
because we
needs
talk
to be.
every
no, no,
Just kidding.
that's a good thing
Just
about
kidding.
these.
Listen to all 50 minutes of our podcast, please.
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 Oh shit, we're almost
Please.
It's our
we have
request.
10 minutes left.
Well, yeah, we know. We have a lot to talk about. This could be an extended episode because we have a lot to talk about.
Okay, but it only 60 minutes is the maximum. So.
Okay, well, it won't be an extended episode.
Fine. a 5-minute extended
I mean, we
episode.
could just do 2 right now, but that's 2 hours.
Okay, well, now we're wasting time talking about future plans.
Hey guys, let's spend the next 15
You guys have no
minutes-
idea how terrible we are at planning this
Do you
stuff.
have an iPhone
horrendous.
7?
Yes, I do.
What the hell?
You dissing my iPhone 7?
Heavily.
Dude,
When
Hey,
did...
count how many cameras I have. 3. Imagine having less than 2 cameras. Wow, literally could
Dude,
not be
The
us.
Patriots.
Why do you
Literally
need
thunk
Patriots,
it.
wow.
why do you need 3 cameras when you already have a camera?
I don't know, to take good pictures.
This takes excellent photos.
Did
Excellent photos.
back in its day.
What do you take photos of, Jacob?
Kyle,
The neighborhood.
look how beautiful that picture
Neighborhood.
is.
Wow, I look lovely.
That's
I need a
nice.
haircut. That's also what I need.
I let my dad give me a haircut a little while
It's
ago.
not terrible.
It's grown.
It has, I know.
Looks like
Jacob,
you just
have you
got a haircut.
No,
Dude, I
you
haven't got a
got
haircut since December.
You look homeless.
You look like if John B enjoyed crack. Dude, okay, Outer Banks is such a good show.
I haven't watched it either.
I
We
don't
should,
know
we should
if
do like a roasting episode.
We should. Did we talk about Outer Banks last time? I think we
Um,
did.
I don't think we did. Did we?
I don't know.
I think we might have.
I don't
know.
think we did.
Maybe. Maybe not. Don't know. Either way, it's a good show. It's on Netflix.
It's-
Watch it.
Okay, it's a good show, but it's not the best show. Like you think.
What is the best show then?
It's not the best. I remember you made a post on your private like the best Netflix show.
No, I said top tier.
By far.
I said no. That's what I said about Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Breaking Bad is the best television show
I need
I've
to
seen.
watch that. I never watched
That is
so
that
good.
is the best
There's so much stuff
television
I need to
series
watch.
of all time.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's better than The Walking Dead, which hurts me.
The Walking
but
Dead
used to
stopped
be
being good after like season like 6
The
or
Walking
something.
Dead's like Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
It was so good to start,
Then it just
and
kept
now it's a
paying him, and now
tragedy.
he's awful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but
Bro, he's gonna be so good on the
real
Rockets,
bros,
bro.
really funny. And like after a week, after like I watched it, for like the next week, I couldn't stop talking like
Yeah.
them. So I was talking like,
I'm really glad I didn't see you that week.
dude, whatever, dude.
Whatever, bro.
Whatever,
Okay,
dog.
Bro.
I kind of want to like finish this and then this. I don't know. We kind of were funny
Extended
the last
episode.
half already.
We're never.
Like I wanted to
so.
be like this whatever comes to our mind. This like funny stuff.
Random. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know how we call this podcast here, and then all right.
Yeah.
Well, this was episode.
Oh wait,
9.
hold on.
Oh,
Hold on. Okay.
thanks
We're
a
gonna
lot.
have
more.
this timestamp's gonna be all caps. Thank you, Barones.
I don't know how to
Sponsors-
pronounce you.
sponsorship deal.
Baronas?
Over. No.
Yeah,
Over.
please.
Didn't they, yeah, the only thing they randomly followed. Barones
No, like,
Pizza randomly followed us for
It's
no
probably
reason.
just because they just follow like
Everyone.
local businesses. We're not a business, but like our account says we are.
We are a
Yeah.
business.
So
here.
like,
we are 3 intellectual.
and then we said
businessmen
thanks
here.
for following. Then they left us on. They left us on red, bro.
It's okay.
No,
We
but
got left on We're gonna
we
do an
will-
episode
Maybe
in
we
can
Barones
pizza,
though,
Pizza.
for
we
sure.
will support you.
Bro, Barones is our Roger Goodell.
You should
We
give
gotta
us.
go
Dog.
in Barones.
We need to go in there. Arrest us.
Arrest us. Arrest us. No, we
In
won't do it.
fact, you don't even need to pay us. You could we could like put up advertisements in your pizza place.
We'll take a pizza. We accept payment in pizza.
and that's it. But
That's-
if you want to pay us, that's fine.
that's-
Yeah, we
That's
accept
what
money.
we
We accept
do.
all forms of currency,
No.
even stuff you just stole from
Bitcoin.
like.
No,
the,
but
I don't know, the store.
we would advertise.
If you steal it from Target, we'll take it. That's
we will advertise Barone's Pizza every podcast if you want.
Fun.
okay. Glad you've mentioned that. when
Anyways,
no one from Barones is
yeah,
gonna
no
watch
And
one. They're not saying
We're
this.
making merch, but not for you guys.
No, for us.
Just for
Because
Matt.
we know you guys won't buy our merch.
Because we know that this
So-
is Matt's
Yeah,
peak in
I
life,
don't.
so he
I
has
feel
to
like there'd be
remember.
like 2 people that
No, I'm
would
glad.
buy
I feel
it.
like I haven't peaked yet, so I still have that chance.
See, I've already accepted my
Life's
life
been
has
so
always.
low.
My life has always been.
Dude,
on
none
a
of us
downhill.
have peaked.
No.
My peak was my being born to my
Yeah.
parents. Like, oh, he's so cute, and then it's just been down
There,
since then.
there is no peak.
No.
You can let life
Oh,
continue
there
to
is no
get
peak.
better.
No, I'm taking the
There is no peak.
There is no meme.
There is no podcast today.
Take off your clothes.
Thank you,
Take off
Obama.
clothes.
Very cool. All right.
All right.
Thank
Alright,
you
we're
for
done.
watching.
Goodbye. No one watched.